everybody. So today I'm going to be making a different type of video. I kind of just looked back over like this whole year's worth of content and kind of realised somewhere along the line I've got really blasé and kind of lackluster about the type of videos I'm making, and that's because as I grow and kind of change, I'm kind of only showing like a portion of my life and actually not even the biggest portion of my life. So this will be a complete surprise to anyone here on YouTube, but I'm a witch, like a practicing witch, super into witchcraft, and I think that will be a surprise because I've only ever talked about either mental health or like craft and kind of how-to videos. So I realised I was keeping a really large part of my life sort of segregated and private, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, except really that's what I'm so passionate about, and that was the one thing that I wasn't talking about, meaning that the videos I have made, I've liked them, but I've not been mad about any of them. So I want to apologise to the witchcraft community because I have been lurking and stalking everyone and never once commenting at all. So I've been following Kellyanne Maddox, Harmony Nice, Anais Alexandra, Lady Grave Dancer, Alvine Green. There's a few more people as well, I'm really sorry. I'll leave them below, like the people that I've been following. And I've been watching their content avidly and absorbing it voraciously for so long. And it actually just occurred to me yesterday that it would be a really good idea to start incorporating witchcraft into my videos, seeing as that is where my passion is. It's like witchcraft and art, and I've only been showing the art side of things, and that's only really half my life. And yeah, I feel really good and excited about this possibility. So another reason why I think I've been feeling really lackluster about the types of videos that I've been making is because we've been renovating our flat for like a year. It's been long, it's been dusty, messy, and so wherever I would like to film up until this point right now, I haven't had an area that has been light, clean and suitable to video. Our bedroom is super dark, like everywhere there's been a problem with each place, there's just been like a massive hole in the wall. So this is the first time I've actually been in my almost completed extension. It may sound a bit echoey because there's literally just this sofa and then I just put this here right now just to film. So yeah, I thought I would like introduce myself to the witchy community and maybe talk about my coming out of the broom closet and you know, both virtual and in real life. And yeah, just do a little bit of like a refresh of what I want this channel to be, because I'd say I've grown really comfortable in my practice and I really do want to talk about it, and in this kind of way, like online. So I've been a witch since, like officially, since August of last year, and I came to it from a health and well-being point of view, and sort of I came for the health and well-being and I stayed for the healing and the manifesting. I would never ever say that witchcraft healed my depression and anxiety, and I would never say it was purely just Western medicine and techniques that healed it either. I really needed both. So I had therapy, CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, and that was in my local doctor's surgery, and once every week I had to get myself to therapy, which is only down the road, but my anxiety established itself and showed itself in the form of agoraphobic-like symptoms. I would never say I had agoraphobia. I would always just say I was someone who had those symptoms whilst my anxiety was bad. So though it was therapy that was going to be making me better, actually getting to the building where the therapy was happening was proving to be very difficult. There were quite a few times that I cancelled therapy, or I wouldn't go, or I would try to reschedule. I just found myself far too anxious to get to therapy. So using witchcraft really helped me. It was like emotionally soothing. So I would create spell bottles, like healing jars. My favourite one was lavender, like whole lavender, and then vanilla oil, and I would put that on my pulse points, and that calmed me down. And eventually it got stronger over time as well, with like association. Every time I would put this oil on my skin, I would be telling myself that I'm brave, I'm strong, I'm confident, and it worked. It actually got me out of the house and into my doctor's surgery. So I would always say it was like the very cognitive, practical Western medicine. Yes, that was good for my mind, but then I would always say that witchcraft and its practice was really good for my heart. And that's basically one of the best things to come out of this like anxiety and depression that I went through, because I had spent a long time not being the type of person that I wanted to be. I made myself very small, and I made my life very small, and then I looked around and I didn't like the life I was living, because it was filled with only work and chores and then sleeping, because I was so fatigued from such a boring life. So the anxiety is what made me cut everything out of my life. You know, as things got scarier, I just stopped doing them, which gave me this small little life. And then that small, horrible little life is what gave me, or brought out, I should say, the depression. So it was a mixture of the two that were really getting me down. But the witchcraft was the first thing that I would say I picked up after my realization that I needed to do something. I had been following a few people and I'd been interested in it for years, but I would never have said I was like an active participant. It was kind of quite a philosophical interest that I had, like one might study ancient Greece or Rome or something like that. I was always into witchcraft in a philosophical way, and I would say back in August was the first time that I began to dabble, and it was exciting and it was interesting, and it gave me a reason to wake up, and it got me out the door, and it kind of helped me begin to find those first little threads of happiness that I would kind of tug at and become happier and happier as the weeks go on. And it's something that I lean to and use to this day to feel better, like grounding, protection, and I really enjoy it, and I'm really happy. And so I do feel the next natural step is to, instead of just, so I was researching it clinically, and then I was practicing it privately, and I really feel like the next step is to, I wouldn't say practice it publicly, but certainly talk about it publicly. So for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, you may not know, but I have an Instagram account that has been from day one blogging my witchcraft journey. I really took the plunge and decided to make that. I'm so sorry for my dog clicking away in the background on the kitchen tiles. He just, listen, he has no manners. I'm sorry about that. There he goes. And I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, my Instagram account. So from day one, deciding to take up this journey like officially and to practice it rather than just read it, I have blogged it all, and I'm really glad to have that process, because I can look back now and I can see how much further my studying and my practice has grown and developed. And quite recently as well, I've taken my art and merged it with my love of tarot, which witch tarot and witchcraft are not the same, but they can sometimes, they're used by similar people in similar areas. And I have been embroidering designs to create a tarot deck. And originally I just started this as something that I wanted to do for myself, because I wanted to get to know tarot a lot better, because though my witchcraft, my practice and study of witchcraft has been for years, my foray into tarot has only been, you know, since August. So I would still consider myself quite a rookie, and I am creating this tarot deck to, you know, each time I'm stitching and I'm embroidering and I'm thinking of like the High Priestess or the Magician, I'm researching lots of different sources and getting to grips with what that tarot card means to me. And then as I publish the card that I have made and finished, people are quite interested in it. So I don't know if this is going to run alongside Instagram in that kind of way or not. I just will kind of see how that goes. So yeah, so aside from my witchcraft journey, I don't think on my channel I've ever stopped and like really said like who I am or anything, because I think it's really weird and cringy to talk about myself, but I shall. So my name is Alicia, I am married, and my husband and I, we have a dog together. He's lovely, though quite irritating for videos. And we live somewhere in Devon. I don't think I'll give any more details than that, but it's really lovely and pretty here. We take lots of like nature walks and things like that. I'm an artist. I went to art school. I did the whole art degree and everything, and that was amazing. And I would say that my expertise is absolutely like textile based, even though the last 2 years of my degree was in jewellery. I loved it, but honestly it wasn't like everything that it could be for me. But certainly dressmaking, embroidering, crochet, knitting, all of that kind of stuff is so my jam. And I'm really looking forward to this channel being something like Art Witch, kinda. So like making pouches for spells, altar cloths. Like I have so many ideas. Actually at the moment I'm working on embroidering a beret, so that would be exciting. I don't even know if like I can wear those and they'll look good or not, but we'll see. I guess it's all to come. Yeah, so I don't want to drone on too much. This is just a quick video. I just wanted to take this chance to almost have like a fresh start, as we are coming into Samhain, and that is the witch's new year. I thought this would be a perfect time. And also I let fear dictate what I did for so long with my anxiety and my depression. When I first created my channel, it was when I was at my lowest. I think my very first video I cry in, so that sort of set the tone for that period of my life. But I'm feeling a lot happier and a lot more content now, and I really think that we could do with like a fresh start. And if my heart is in witchcraft, why shouldn't I talk about it? So thank you very much for listening to this. I hope that I wasn't too boring, and I'll see you in the next